The Ascent of Nurul Izzah, a victory for reform or nepotism. What the PKR deputy presidency win says about party democracy by AZLAN ADNAN. A political pedigree like no other. Nurul Izzah Anwar's political rise is often viewed as a natural extension of her lineage. As the daughter of Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim and Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Wan Aziza Wan Ismail, she was politically visible long before she formally entered public service. Her early political success came in 2008, when at just 27 years old, she won the Lemba Pantai parliamentary seat, defeating then-incumbent Shahrazad Abdul Jalil in a major upset. Subsequently, she held several key positions within the People's Justice Party, PKR, including vice president, and became a symbol of the Reformasi generation. Her oratorical flair and ability to articulate the ideals of justice and democracy helped cement her standing in the party. However, the shadow of dynastic politics has never been far from her. After a period of political quiet, marked by her controversial and thus brief appointment as senior advisor to the Prime Minister on Economics and Finance, Nurul Izzah staged a political comeback. In April 2025, she was elected unopposed as the PKR division chief for Permatangpa, reaffirming her influence within the party's grassroots in Penang. A private life in the public eye. Nurul Izzah's public persona has always been underpinned by her poise and apparent grace under pressure, yet her personal life has not been without controversy. Her divorce in 2015 from Raja Ahmad Shahrir was followed by whispered allegations of impropriety, never substantiated but persistently circulated in the rumor mill. On the 5th of August 2022, she married Yin Xiaolong and has a stepchild from Yin's previous marriage. Her remarriage, while personal, symbolized a fresh chapter, both privately and eventually, politically. These personal events, though tangential to her political career, likely took a toll on her trajectory. Malaysian politics, despite its modern veneer, remains deeply patriarchal and intrusive. Her temporary withdrawal from the political front lines coincided with these personal challenges. That said, her successful return through the party elections signaled a new beginning, both politically and personally. The PKR deputy presidency win. Mandate or momentum? Nurul Izzah's recent victory in the 2025 PKR deputy presidency race marks a significant moment in the party's history. While some interpret the win as a well-earned return for a seasoned party stalwart, others view it as the reinforcement of political dynasties at the expense of merit-based leadership. Her opponent, Rafi Ramley, suffered a resounding defeat, with Nurul garnering 9,803 votes to his 3,966, a difference of 5,937 votes. The margin was significant for a leader once considered the intellectual architect of PKR's policy platform and strategic direction. The scale of Rafizi's loss, despite an enthusiastic grassroots campaign, raises serious questions about internal party mechanisms and member sentiment. A case of lost opportunity. Few in PKR have contributed as much and as selflessly as Rafi Ramley. From his early role in the Free Anwar campaign to enduring 16 court cases, 7 criminal and 9 civil, Rafi has been both the party's moral compass and policy wonk. His exposés on government mismanagement and financial scandals, including the 1MDB debacle, brought him legal peril but also widespread respect. Yet, this reformist with a technocratic mind and street-level credibility was ousted by a candidate seen as riding on the coattails of her father's enduring political machinery. While Nurul Izzah possesses undeniable charm and a respectable track record, it is Rafi who has consistently carried the burden of turning ideals into actionable policy. This defeat feels less like a rejection of his vision than a consequence of entrenched political patronage. Tash, a party at the crossroads. PKR now stands at a defining juncture. The recent election could have been an opportunity to signal the party's maturity and willingness to evolve beyond dynastic loyalty. Instead, the outcome points to a regression toward comfort zones and familiar names. Party members may believe that Nurul Izzah's win restores continuity and cohesion within PKR. Yet, the optics of familial succession are undeniable. It undermines PKR's founding principle of fighting against the very kind of political elitism and nepotism it now appears to endorse. The risk here is not just reputational, it's existential. If reformist voices like Rafi are sidelined, the party could lose its core appeal among the younger, more idealistic electorate. PKR may remain electorally viable in the short term, but lose its soul in the long term. What the future awaits. Nurul Izzah's future in national politics is still unwritten. Though she has reclaimed a leadership role within the party, the fact that she is not currently a member of parliament limits her immediate influence in legislative matters. However, she is likely to play a more dominant role in party politics, particularly in shaping PKR's leadership succession and electoral strategies. Whether she emerges as a transformative leader or a symbolic figurehead will depend on her ability to move beyond her father's legacy. To do so, she must articulate a clear, independent vision that resonates with an increasingly cynical electorate. She must also surround herself with meritocratic allies, not loyalists, if she is to avoid becoming a cautionary tale of inherited political privilege. More broadly, Malaysia must ask itself, what trajectory do we embrace? Do we want a nation governed by the brightest minds and boldest reformers, or one ruled by bloodlines, nostalgia, and inherited influence? Nurul Izzah's rise, for all its personal redemption, signals the continuing strength of the latter. If Malaysia is to break free from the grip of political feudalism, then Nurul Izzah's victory must be the last of its kind, not the model for the future. Founder of the Green Party of Malaysia, AZLAN Adnan MA, is a political analyst and commentator based in Kampung Sungai Kayuara. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope, so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed, now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again. Its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way, for others wandering through despair, to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul, and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.